Reiki. Think of Reiki, and a lot of people will think of things like hippies and stuff like that, of things like perhaps, any kind of alternative therapy that you can think of. Is it really serious stuff? Well, actually it is. Reiki is a lot more serious than people realise. Did you know, for instance, that Reiki is used by many British hospitals? It's used quite extensively throughout the NHS. It's used by cancer treatment places like the Penny Centre in Bristol. It's used by the Haven in Leeds, and also at their place in main place in London. It's used at James Cook Hospital in Middlesbrough as well as part of cancer treatment. And it's used throughout the US as well. Many hospitals in the US use Reiki. And it's used even in, I was reading an article recently, it's used in heart surgery. One heart surgeon in America will actually have a Reiki therapist sat next to him at the operating table, and she's holding the head of the person who's having the surgery. So Reiki is no longer out on the fringes. Reiki these days isn't even complementary or alternative. It's actually what they call integrative, which means it's part of a holistic approach by the medical profession. So what is Reiki? Basically Reiki, there's an energy that's all around us, and people like myself have been attuned to it. I did my first attunement back in 1998, and then some years later I did my level 2, and then I finally did my master's some years later. We're attuned to it, and people come to us and we put our hands on them, on their heads, on their shoulders and so forth, and the energy comes through me into them. Their body recognizes it as a healing energy and sets it to work. It relaxes the person, and it also accelerates their body's natural healing process, which admittedly sounds a bit Harry Potterish, but there's plenty of evidence to support what I'm saying. If you look further on my website, you'll find a lot of information about clinical trials that have been done into Reiki, and also, as I say, evidence about all these other hospitals that are actually using it as part of their treatments. Now, for my own case, some years ago, I was diagnosed with having osteoarthritis in both my knees, and it was getting worse, and I was walking with a stick, and if I had to kneel down, I was in excruciating pain, especially when I tried to get up. And the doctor who saw me, who did the diagnosis, said, yes, it's osteoarthritis, it won't get better, and we don't have a cure for it. The only treatment that you can have for it is across the counter, painkillers. It will get worse, and probably when you get old, we'll eventually do knee replacement surgery on you. Right, so I went away with those thoughts and thought, right, let's get to work with Reiki. So got to work with it, and within, seriously, this is the truth, within 48 hours the pain had gone from both knees, and I found that I could kneel down as I'm doing now. I can kneel down on both knees, I can sit back like this, I can get up without any pain, without getting hold of anything like that. And these days, although the condition is still there, the knees still click, the osteoarthritis is still there, there's no pain there, and the condition is entirely manageable now. I go to a gym, and earlier this year, in 2012, I went to San Francisco, had a fortnight's holiday there, and if any of you have ever been to San Francisco, you'll know what that city is like. It's built on 48 hills, and I walked up and down most of them without any problems at all, no stick. All I've got to thank for that is Reiki. So, if you're interested in having some Reiki from me, get in touch with me. You can see my website, www.reikiken.com, or you can ring me up on Darlington, that's 01325 469 654, or my mobile 0780 390 5881. You can get in touch with me by email as well if you like, and that's mail, that's mail, at reikiken.com. Do get in touch with me, because I'd love to help you. I've helped a lot of people in the Darlington area and outside of Darlington as well over the last years. I'd love to help you. Get in touch with me and we'll see what we can do. Thanks very much.